Had I been born 20 years later, I for sure would have been diagnosed with ADHD. There's absolutely no doubt, because I usually hang out with people younger than me. And I remember, like, 15 years ago, people were saying to me, "Wow, dude, you want some Ritalin, man? Let me help you out because you need to focus more." Okay, this is not medical advice, by the way. So if you've been diagnosed and you want to take the pills that you've been prescribed, that's between you and the pills and the doctor or the therapist or whatever. I have nothing to do. This is only about with that. This is only about me. But I personally fit that profile very much, because not many things get my attention. But when I'm into something, I get accused of being obsessed. But it is just that I have my interests and I have my non-interests. And I am very intuitively pushed away from something I'm not into and drawn to whatever I am into. And I've spoken before about the so-called wanderlust gene. The wanderlust gene, that might be more frequent in us Rh negatives, actually, is not just about travel. It's about an inability to tolerate what goes against our nature. So that can be a job that we hate, or a relationship where we just intuitively we just know that there's something better out there for us. And it's not better in terms of a person being better, but being more compatible. So now that I've been teaching for a while, I realize that there are a million creative ways to get students' attention. But when you have it, you're obligated also to keep it. And I realize how so many teachers out there suck. There are great teachers, but there are so many who really, like colleagues that I had, where I realized, oh my God, these people, they are only doing this because they cannot do anything else. They are smarter than students. They somehow got a degree, and they do their time, and they hate it. They would rather be doing something else. I always wanted to be a teacher, but the truth is I never did it, because the job offers in the private sector or in the they always paid more money, and I had financial obligations. So I love teaching, because I think I'm not ADHD. I think a lot of people who have been diagnosed or would be diagnosed are probably the best teachers, can be the best teachers, because they understand, and they also respect a student's mind and attention span. You know what I mean? When you also get it confirmed that there's a 10 to 15 minute average attention span a high schooler has, and so on and so on. So if you tell me you have ADHD, well, no one tells me what I am, because I know there were teachers where my attention was full on in high school. Very few, but they were there. And with most of them, my attention was just not there. But looking back, these people sucked. These teachers just sucked and should not have had any business being put in front of kids. You have a huge responsibility as a teacher, because the impact that you make lasts throughout the lifetime of these kids. And when you put somebody really lame, who's really like, it's not only that these people are unable to do what they really want to do or unwilling to work for it, but it's that sense of entitlement so many of them have. You know what I mean? That they completely disregard the need of the students whose life is ahead of them. And so again, I don't like it ever when people identify themselves through the eyes of others. Especially when I read RH negative people saying, we are the crazy ones. What are you talking about? Who says that? You know what I mean? Yes, there are natural reactions to unnatural circumstances when we grow up or live in a society that is very much against our nature. And it can be that we are identified as eccentric, but the same people who identify us as eccentric are also drawn to us. Have you ever had that? That people actually, when they're in a group, they first kind of are afraid to show that they like you, and then all of a sudden you cannot get rid of them. I've had that so many times. And unfortunately, in the history of the world, the masses have usually won. When you talk about whole tribes being wiped out just because they were outnumbered. And Charles Darwin said it also, that it's not about being the smartest or the strongest, but being adaptable. You see, these people were probably very adaptable, but they were taken by surprise when they were in their peaceful tribes and thousands of modern human men came in and just slaughtered them off. They were simply outnumbered. So is that really evolution or is it devolution? Who are you when the lights are out? Who are you when no one's talking about you? Who are you when nobody is sharing what they think about you? Ask yourself that, and you may realize that whatever has been diagnosed as a condition is actually a natural mechanism to keep you focused on the things that you are interested in and the things that are important in your life for you to make a difference and make your life better and not the lives of other people. This is Mike the Man for ResearchNegative.net, and I thank you for watching.